All right, so at the top, first off, the paper should be sideways. And then at the top, you're going to write 4 color schemes. And then we're going to divide our paper into 4 sections, 4 quadrants. You can use the ruler to measure halfway, or you can just kind of eyeball it, which is what I'm going to do. That looks about half. And I'm just going to draw a line going down it. It looks like it's a little off to the left. It's not a big deal. Okay. And then one going horizontally across. And again, you can eyeball it. Hopefully it's an even separation. Whoops, and hopefully it's not slanted like my line is. Let me redo that. Here, let me put it this way, make it easier for myself. There you go. So 4 quadrants, 1 for each color scheme that we're going to be doing. So remember, we're doing, first one is monochromatic, 1 color plus white and black, right? The second one, I don't know how many we're going to be able to get through today. My prediction is 1, maybe part of the second one. Right. The next one is analogous. Hey, let me make sure I spell this correctly. Don't accidentally. So remember, these are colors next to each other. On the color wheel. Right. The third one is complementary. So remember, colors opposite each other on the color wheel. And then the last one is called triadic. You can think of it as, because it's in the word of it, triangle, right? It creates a triangle on the color wheel where the colors are evenly spaced out. So I'm going to put on here 3 colors evenly spaced out. Okay. So there's my 4 color schemes that we're doing this week. And depending on how things go, we'll see how long it takes us. All right, so now what you're going to go do is you're going to grab paintbrush. Well, actually, no, before that, why don't we draw the objects that we're going to be painting? Do you guys remember when I did the shading last year where we did the ball, the cylinder, the cone, and the box? I figure we can do the same thing on this, but we'll do the most difficult one, I think. Would you guys say that the most difficult one was the box last year? Or was another one more difficult, like the cylinder, the cone for Chris? Because the easiest color scheme to do is monochromatic. So I figured we can do the hardest object out of the 4 first with the easy color scheme. So Chris says the cone. Anybody else agree or disagree? Fatima says cone. All right, we'll do the cone. So let's go ahead and draw the cone. And I'm going to draw the bottom one here. Remember not to draw it too small, because after all, we are painting this. The smaller it is, the more difficult it will be to paint because of the smaller space. Also keep in mind, those of you that are at home, how small your brushes are. If you don't have a small brush, then you should not be drawing it small. If you have a big brush, definitely don't draw it small. Okay? So remember, the cone, the bottom of it is an oval or an ellipse, and then the top of it is just like a triangle. So we're going to draw everything first, and then we will paint. Someone give me left or right. Jair says right. Okay, I'm going to do left. No, I'm just kidding. All right, the right. So that means the right side is where the light is coming from. So light is coming from the right side, which is what Jair suggested. That means the shadow is going to go to the left. Does anyone remember what the shadow of our cone will be, or what it looks like? No one? It's basically the top of our cone, right, over here to the left. Remember, the shadow starts in the center here and in the back out here. Does not start over here in the corner, right? So it goes out this way to the left, and from this back corner, or not corner, side, comes out until it meets and touches the other line we created for the shadow. All right? And now we can erase the inside oval, or part of the inside, not all of it. Okay? And as you all know, the light's coming from the right, so the hot spot's going to be on the right side here, right? More closer to the top. The dark parts are going to be on the left side, right? And the middle values are going to be towards the center. All right, I'm going to